Harry Potter's Hero Journey by Ellie Morrison,
Whitney Bosserman,
and Grace Klinger. Joseph Campbell, who is known internationally for his studies, found that when anyone tells a story about the meaning of being a human, the stories are fundamentally similar, even though the details used differ between each story.
The hero journey has a set of stages that every hero experiences throughout their journey. There are 8 stages, starting with the birth of the hero and ending with their final boon. This pattern is shown throughout many modern-day movies and books.
The movie that we chose to evaluate is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. The author of the book is J.K. Rowling, and the director of the movie is Chris Columbus. It was released November 16, 2001. The movie stars Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter, Rupert Grint as Ron Weasley, Emma Watson as Hermione Granger, Richard Harris as Albus Dumbledore, Robbie Coltrane as Rubeus Hagrid, and Alan Rickman as Severus Snape.
The movie is about a boy named Harry Potter who finds out that he is a wizard when he turns 11. He also learns the story of his past and what actually happened to his parents. During his first year at his new wizarding school, Hogwarts, he expands his knowledge of magic. Through the years, he meets many trials and hardships, but through his new relationships and newfound powers of magic, he makes it through the year.
In the pursuit of defeating Professor Quirrell and saving himself, Harry discovers his past and begins his wizardry. Although he doesn't go through the belly stage of the hero journey, he does complete the 7 other stages.
Starting at the birth stage, it is obvious that Harry is different and on his way to becoming a hero. There are many elements clear in Harry's birth that follow Joseph Campbell's birth stage.
From all of that.
As a young baby, Harry was dropped off at the doorstep of his aunt and uncle's house very late at night. An old man, who we later find out is Albus Dumbledore, and a crying giant, later introduced as Hagrid, left him at the house. We know as viewers that Harry is a wizard, but Harry's family, who are not wizards, decide not to tell him so that he will be a normal person like them.
It's not really goodbye after all. Good luck, Harry Potter.
Next is the world stage, which is the part of the hero journey that tries to prevent the hero from reaching his full potential. In Harry's world, the first 11 years of his life all include people keeping him from starting his journey as a wizard.
There's no such thing as magic.
One of the major ways that they are keeping Harry away from his destiny as a wizard is by hiding his letters from Hogwarts and making sure he never learns about his call. They also lied to Harry about magic even existing, so as to keep him from questioning his weird experiences that seem magical. The third stage of the hero journey is the call stage. This is when the hero's destiny is starting to become clear and is usually delivered by a herald.
Difficult, very difficult. Plenty of courage, I see. Not a bad mind either. There's talent, oh yes, and a thirst to prove yourself. But where to put you?
Not Slytherin. Not Slytherin.
Not Slytherin, eh? Are you sure? You could be great, you know. It's all here in your head. And Slytherin will help you on the way to greatness. There's no doubt about that. No?
Please.
Well, if you're sure, better be Gryffindor!
In Harry's journey, there is a call early in the movie delivered by the letters. Since the letters never actually reached Harry, his herald Hagrid finally arrives to remove him from his displacement into his future. The scene with the sorting hat shows that Harry has control over his own destiny. Harry is so worried about being put into Slytherin, a house in Hogwarts that has a reputation of turning against Hogwarts. Harry doesn't admit that he wants to be in Gryffindor, but he does allude to the idea that he strongly rejects being put into Slytherin. This leads us into his golden seed. Because Harry knows how he wants his destiny to unfold, through Gryffindor, Harry becomes friends with Hermione and Ron, who aid him throughout the rest of his journey.
The next two stages, supernatural aid and road of trials, are evident throughout the entire hero journey. Supernatural aid is seen in a form of people who help Harry through every trial. The first obstacle Harry experiences is in his first Quidditch match.
What's going on with Harry's broomstick?
It's Snape. He's jinxing the broom. Jinxing the Lacanum inflammari.
This trial is Harry's broom being jinxed, so he can't control it. To Ron, Hermione, and Hagrid, it seems as if Snape is the one trying to hurt Harry. The supernatural aid is shown through two people in this trial, Snape and Hermione. Hermione thinks that she is aiding Harry by lighting Snape's robe on fire, though Snape is actually the one helping Harry. If Snape hadn't been counter-jinxing the broom along with Quirrell's jinxing, Harry could have easily died. The only reason that Harry survived was because when Snape saw his robe on fire, he hit Quirrell, and he had to stop jinxing the broom. The next trial is a troll being set loose in the school.
Troll in the dungeon! Troll in the dungeon! Thought you ought to know.
Goodness. Explain yourselves, both of you.
Well, what it is, it's my fault, Professor McGonagall.
Though Harry and Ron are seen as the main supernatural aid in this trial, Hermione ends up taking the blame so that Harry and Ron avoid getting into more trouble. The next trial is when Harry finds a special mirror during a late-night adventure.
So then it shows us what we want. Whatever we want.
But remember this, Harry. This mirror gives us neither knowledge or truth.
The mirror poses a trial for Harry by showing him the thing he most desires, knowing his parents and being a family. Dumbledore's supernatural aid by explaining how the mirror works and how it could be detrimental to him. In this way, he saves Harry from himself. The next trial is Neville's attempt to stop Harry from completing his journey.
You're sneaking out again, aren't you?
Now, Neville, listen.
No, I won't let you. You'll get Gryffindor into trouble again. I'll fight you.
Neville, I'm really, really sorry about this. Petrificus totalis.
Neville is seen as a form of supernatural aid, but in this scene is presented as a trial for Harry and his friends. If Neville had succeeded in stopping them from leaving that night, Harry's journey would have ended without being completed.
The next three trials are set in a corridor of Hogwarts. The purpose of the challenges is to keep intruders from taking the Sorcerer's Stone away from Hogwarts. The challenges were each set by a different teacher to test the intruder's wizardry strengths. The Sorcerer's Stone is an object that was created to help someone live forever. It is hidden in Hogwarts because it is believed that Voldemort is trying to find it to keep himself alive.
Hagrid sets the first block. It is a three-headed dog that guards the trapdoor that leads to the stone. The only way to get past the dog is to put the dog to sleep using music. The herbology teacher, Professor Sprout, sets the next challenge.
Snoring. Snape's already been here. He's put a spell on the harp.
I hate sunlight. Luma Solem.
That scene showed a plant that kept Harry from continuing to the rest of his journey. Hermione figures out a way to get past it by helping Harry relax. Ron won't relax, and Hermione remembers that another way to get through the plant is for sunlight to be present. She sends a burst of sunlight, giving Ron the aid he needs. The final road of trials is a life-size chess game set by Professor McGonagall.
In the game, Ron, in an act of supernatural aid, sacrifices himself to help Harry move on to the next part of his journey. The next stage is Belly of the Whale, but in the first Harry Potter movie, there is no death and rebirth in his journey.
Only a person who wanted to find the stone, find it, but not use it, would be able to get it.
The next stage is the apotheosis stage. This is the stage that ties together all the lessons that the hero has learned throughout their journey. Harry's apotheosis is his insight into why the mirror worked the way it did when he was fighting Quirrell. He learns through Dumbledore, who put this particular challenge in place, why he could find the stone while Quirrell couldn't. The apotheosis is also connected to the final stage, the boon, which is the physical gifts that the hero receives throughout the journey.
And finally, it takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to your enemies, but a great deal more to stand up to your friends. I award 10 points to Neville Longbottom.
In Harry Potter's first journey, there are a couple different boons. The first one, most obvious, is defeating Voldemort, for now. The final gift is a collective gift for the whole house of Gryffindor. At Hogwarts, there is a house cup that the house with the most points wins. They gain points for many different reasons, and in this year, the standings completely change at the last minute. After the fight with Quirrell, Ron, Hermione, and Harry each win points for Gryffindor. The points they gain bring them to a tie with Slytherin for the House Cup. Neville's attempt at stopping Harry and standing up to his friends wins Gryffindor the last 10 points, pushing them over Slytherin to win the House Cup.
In conclusion, Harry, with the help of his friends, completes 7 of the 8 stages of Joseph Campbell's hero journey. Campbell's idea that the hero journey applies to everyone is supported by Harry Potter's completion of the journey.